So for this last week, I've been hearing some narratives about some of the NBA games that I don't necessarily agree with, right? So the first being that if Porzingis would have played the games and or not gotten kicked out of the one game, then the Mavericks would have beat the Clippers, and I don't understand how that is the case because the game where Porzingis got kicked out, the Clippers were up 20, Mavericks came back up like 10. Then when he got kicked out with the third quarter, whatever it was, the Mavericks were only up 4 points against the Clippers. You know that doesn't mean it's a guaranteed win. More than likely, guaranteed loss the way the Clippers looking. You know what I mean? So there's a whole narrative of like people are like upset that like Porzingis, you know, are using Porzingis as like the scapegoat to say that the Clippers would have lost the first round. And I think it's just really a lot of people writing that Luka Doncic high. Um, they're writing that Luka Doncic high, but I don't understand. Or I get why because people are followers, but I don't get why if you actually know basketball. You get what I'm saying? That makes sense.
Yeah, all I gotta say on that is I think they would have won 7 if we had healthy Porzingis. I think that goes to a 7-game series, even though Kawhi Leonard just looked head and shoulders better than like anybody in the league on that game 6, bro. Like he was picking that team apart. Like now I'm talking about like it's no contest. Like that's how good he looked. Like it was no contest.
Offensively, his skill set is so smooth. It's kind of outrageous, to tell you the truth.
It's slow motion, bro. His face not changing. He's just gonna hit this mid-range pull up on you. And I don't. When did he become a playmaker? I remember like them talking about this a little bit with like the Raptors, but it's kind of like it's like he looks point guardish at times.
I mean, if you watch Kawhi, if you have watched Kawhi over the longevity of his career, once he with the Finals MVP and like that season for the Spurs, he can do what the team needs to do to win, right? So like if you need him, because Doc Rivers, to build on what you're just saying, Doc Rivers is like, I knew he was a good passer, but I didn't know he was an elite passer. I'm like, yeah, he's an elite passer when he needs to be. He's an elite scorer when he needs to be. He's an elite defender when he needs. You know what I mean? Like whatever the team needs to win, he does to win. So that's why his teams win because he can adapt. You know what I mean? So like we never needed to see him be the playmaker and things like that in terms of passing. And you saw a little bit of it with Toronto, but for the rest of his teams, he didn't really need to be that person. But when you need him to be that person, he can for sure be that person. We saw it game 6. And it just happens that he's the best defender on the team too. So like it's pretty obnoxious. What's pretty obnoxious what he's doing.
Bro. I think the worst part might be is it doesn't even when he's in that mode, his face doesn't show you that he's trying.
He didn't even look tired.
He don't even look proud of himself, bro. He just be like, "Yeah, I do this."
But like,
I play basketball.
Don't you just like that though? Like I do this. Like I do. Like you don't need to talk too dirty. You don't need to do nothing. You just in your head know that the other team can't do nothing about you. So you just like all nonchalant about it. Like that's kind of swaggy in its own way. Like we're so used to people being so overly emotional with like how they go about playing basketball if you're a great, that it's just cool to be like, this guy don't show no emotion because he just know he that guy. The only time you really seen him show emotion is the game winner for Toronto against the 76ers. Like he shows so much emotion that I didn't even like it. I'm like, why are you so excited, dog? Like, do you? But like, this ain't you. Like, it's pretty much wild, bro.
I think that might be the one time in his like career where he probably didn't think he was gonna make that. The way he like bounced low, like come on. He was praying. That's why he got excited, bro.